What's happening, Achievers? Ajit Sidhu here, and it's another beautiful day. Let's talk about opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is a word in economics that basically means cost incurred for choosing an opportunity over another. Now, this is something we need to think about in our life. When we choose one opportunity over another, what cost does it come with? Have we ever thought about, if I had chosen that path, where would I be right now? If I had chosen this opportunity, how far would I have got, or how much saving would I have got? This opportunity cost, I came to the realization at a very young age. I was very young at the age of 10, and my mother bought the Sega Mega Drive computer console, and it had Sonic the Hedgehog on it, and it was absolutely awesome. I played it, I loved it, I wanted to play with it even more, and so the next day, magically, I was sick. I was ill, I was coughing, spluttering, and my mum probably knew exactly what I was doing, and she said, okay, I'm gonna go to work, you stay at home. And it was at that time when it was okay for children to stay at home, and I stayed at home, and I got up, and magically I was absolutely all right. I was well, and I ran downstairs and I started playing the computer game. I was playing, and I loved it, and I enjoyed it, and then I realized the whole day I had been playing on this computer console, and when I shut it down, my eyes were fuzzy, my head was numb, I was hungry because I hadn't eaten anything. And I looked at this console and I thought, wow, I played this game, I played on the computer game, and I forgot to eat. I wonder what was happening at school. I wonder what my friends were doing. I wonder how much homework I've missed and I'm gonna have to catch up on the next day. If I just spent time reading or going to school, spending some time with my friends, I would have built that relationship. I would have been having physical exercise. But instead, I decided to choose this console that actually hypnotized my brain and attached me to this, and I was unable to escape until I was completely drained. And that's when I thought, wow, I don't want to be doing that all the time. And from that day, I've always analyzed if I'm doing something, if it's been worthwhile for me to do. Now, at that time, I didn't know about opportunity cost. I was very young. I believe I was 10 or 11 years old. I didn't know about opportunity cost. As I grew older, I continuously analyzed the opportunities that I had, and if I wanted to do something, and if I did do something, what it would cost me. And as I progressed, even to this, a few years back, there was a few years back when I used to scroll through Facebook, and I used to update Facebook and all my social media platforms and be constantly on the computers, on my phone, whilst there's people around me. And I used to ignore them. How crazy is that? We're on our technology having one conversation, or we're communicating with the world whilst we have a human being that has a heartbeat and a voice and some feelings that is standing right next to us. Or it could be our children that are playing there, and we're flicking away, ignoring them. The opportunity cost that was lost whilst I was doing this, I realized that I was spending 2 to 3 hours daily on this. And I decided 4 years back that I would give up every social media. So I did delete my Facebook account. I deleted every single account, and I said I was going to do it for 1 month. And when I did this for 1 month, and this was absolutely amazing, I realized that I was using 90% of my mind on unproductive use of technology. I was spending about 3 to 4 hours of unproductive time flicking through, watching videos, seeing what people are doing. But not only that, being fed by the social media. It was the news. I know we don't watch the news. We shouldn't be watching the news on TV because it does actually infiltrate our brain without us knowing. We think we're knowledgeable, but what information, what use has that news given you? How can you change the world Now we can change ourselves, but knowing that information doesn't really help. And if the information is crucial, you'll find out anyway. Someone will tell you. Someone in your work will say, oh, there's been some changes in our work environment. Bam, you know. You don't need to know about all the rest of the stuff, but with the news feeds and all the Instagrams and everything that was coming in, the Twitters and everything, it was just infiltrating the brain and poisoning life, and the opportunity cost that was incurred by doing this. And when I released it, it kind of felt like in every single Superman movie when he flies up and he looks at the earth and he closes his eyes and he listens and he could hear everything and see everything. And when people spoke to me about, oh, this is happening, because I was not attached to the social media platforms and been given one direct information, I was able to see almost like 360 degrees peripheral vision around and make the most accurate decision that I could make, increasing my opportunity and reducing costs. Now, I have come back to the social media platform. I have come back, but this time in full control. I've realized that this platform can be used to add value. This video is adding value. I could do marketing, great stuff for my company to sell to people, giving them the opportunity to have great stuff, not to advertise rubbish stuff and producing unproductive stuff and trying to do marketing that's going to be destroying people's brains. I've realized this, and this is where I'm using these platforms to add value now. So the opportunity cost with everything, there's opportunity cost with everything, and I've come to the realization, even whilst I'm doing this video, there's an opportunity cost. And I've analyzed it. I've realized that I could be doing something more productive by work-wise, which is I'm gonna probably have to do at nighttime. However, I've always spoken about that selfish need. When you do the charity and you get that selfish feeling of amazingness, I get that same feeling when I'm giving a piece of my life to you. Whilst you're watching this, the person that you are before watching this and after you've watched this, you're not the same person. Because if you did not know about opportunity cost and now you start to become aware of it, and when you're making a decision about something and you think, by taking this step, am I losing out on a better opportunity? And what would the cost be? Immediately, just by watching this video, you have had that 1% shift. And that small 1% shift further down the line takes you to a different destination. And that is the goal here. I keep saying there's only one idea that you can change the future. That is it. Just taking one idea will make you a shift of 1%. And where you were going to be and where you end up is completely different. It's completely different. And that's why I'm pouring out a piece of my life. I'm taking a life and chucking it at you guys. Chucking all the gold, because I get that selfish feeling, and this is for myself. I get that selfish, great feeling, but however, it's also like the domino effect. I push the domino, and it's what you do with that information, you can add value to someone else's life. You can improve your life, and you might start giving more charity. You might start spending time with your children in a more effective way. You might create businesses that add value to people's lives. You might do more. You might make your life the best life that you can have. And if I've been able to contribute with one small idea, then it's been worth it. And that's where I've analyzed the opportunity cost. Now, when it comes to opportunity cost, here's another example. Say, for instance, your plumbing breaks. Now, water's pouring down. You kind of fix it up. You don't want to call the plumber because they're going to charge you £150. You decide you're going to fix it yourself. So you spend 5 hours fixing away. And once you fixed it, you think, yes, I'm the man. I fixed it. Yes, I'm the man. But it hasn't been fixed completely. In a month, it's going to break. And not only that, if you value your time, not what your boss values it at or other people value, they're other people's opinion. If you value your time at, say, about £50 an hour, you spend 5 hours, that's £250 that you've just spent fixing. Whereas you could have got someone to fix it for 150. You might be thinking, I saved 150. Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. I saved 150, but it's going to break in the future because you're not an expert at it. But not only that, the 5 hours you spent, now you're all maxed out, you're tired, you sit down, your children come to play with you, you're like, no, I'm too tired, kids, go away, go disturb your mother. The wife comes and says, come on, let's spend some time, let's go out. You say, no, I'm too tired. And the next day, you go to work, you're like, I can't do this work, I'm so tired, I had such a busy Sunday. Really? The amount of cost that has been incurred just by you trying to save 150 pounds. Find someone who's a specialist. Get someone who's better than you to do the job much more faster so you can spend that 5 hours or you spend that time with your family, with your loved ones. Buy a course. You can do a course that can make you much more money instead of trying to fix something. Have some leisure time for yourself. Have some own time for yourself so you're more productive during the week rather than fixing away. That's what opportunity cost is. That is the prime example of opportunity cost. And this can actually be related to anything. And there's the 3 triads of life, which is business, which is wealth, health, and relationship. And I'm just going to quickly dive into it. And when I finish this video, the business aspect, say you're a one-man band, self-employed, you do everything yourself. You think you're the best, you are the best because there's no one better than you. However, the amount that you can do is only limited by the amount of time that you have in the day. So you don't want to hire anyone because you don't want to fork out the money because you think this money is cool in my pocket. However, if you fork it out and give it to someone, they might not be as good as you. Actually, they will never be as good as you because this is your business, this is your life, this is your love. But the other person, you train them. They start doing about 50% of what you are able to do. However, now you've got that 50% back. You can start making more sales. You can start doing more. Now there's 2 of you. And once you get full with your capacity, you hire another person to do that. And you can start working on your business rather than in your business. Exactly what Richard Branson did. If he was there when he started his student magazine first and he was handing it out and he continued to hand it out on the streets by himself, making a small amount of money, he would not be a billionaire today. He knew the opportunity cost of doing that. He started getting other people. He could see, just like Superman, flying above the earth. He could see all the opportunities and the cost of them. And then he flew down and took on the airlines and took on the trains and took all these avenues. But he's not actually there doing the work physically because the opportunity that he would lose and the cost that would be incurred would be in the billions. Let's take it to health. You can exercise by yourself. You can go and start picking up weights. You can start doing these deadlifts with these bent backs, hurting your back. And you might see some results. It's January, you might do this, you might go into the gym and think, I can do this myself, I don't need to go for the induction, I can do this. Gym instructor, you big built person, keep your body away from me, I'm awesome, I'm gonna get this fat, get rid of this fat myself. And you start going, you start picking up weights, you see the gym instructor who's just standing there with his big muscles and big chest, doing the deadlifts, flicking it up, doing the snatches, and you think, I'll do this, bam, your back's gone. You're at home with an injury. Your motivation goes, wouldn't it have been better to say, I'll try the light exercises. I'll see if it's for me and start getting some motivation. Go for the inductions if you're gonna go for the gym because they'll teach you the proper techniques. You might be thinking, oh, this is such a waste of time. I could do this myself, but they're teaching you. These are specialists. The gym instructors are specialists in what they do. They will teach you. And then not only that, once you get to a point where you're thinking, oh, I've reached a plateau. I don't know what to do. Get a personal trainer. They will get the results faster for you. I know you're gonna be forking out money and think, oh my God, I'm paying 45 pounds, 50 pounds. But you could be spending 3 years in the gym working out and getting no results. Or you can spend 8 weeks with a personal trainer and get the results and have the great feelings and have the great health and have the amazing energy to progress, to move forward. And just by spending that money, now with all the energy, you're able to do much more. You're able to spend time with your family more. You're able to spend time with your kids more. You're able to do the work more. You're able to stay up later because you don't need the sleep, because you're not holding on to the big fat and eating all the rubbish because the gym instructor says, you eat that chocolate, whoa, you know what? I'm going to make you do 100 press-ups. And you say, I'm not going to eat this chocolate. He's going to make me do 100 press-ups. And now your digestive system's good. Now, all of a sudden, you don't have to go to sleep as much. You can drop down your sleep from 10 hours or 9 hours or 8 hours to 5 hours. I only get 5 hours sleep. Sometimes I only get 4 hours sleep. And it's all to do with health, because I've invested. I've seen the opportunity costs. To this day, I still train. And you gotta pay, people, because when you pay attention. If you give things for free, if you think you're gonna get something for free, that's what it's gonna be valued at. It's gonna be free. You gotta pay, because when you pay attention. I learned that when I used to do kickboxing. I used to give it for free. I used to teach kickboxing, Shentai martial arts for free. And people used to just mess around. And when I started charging them £1, just £1, whereas my other classes we were charging £8. This class I just charged £1. All of a sudden, everyone started paying attention because we're paying. So that's business done, that's health done. Now relationship. Now this is a good one. Relationship, when it comes to your partner. And this is for both men and women, but as I'm a man, I'm going to give this example as a man. You can spend time with your wife. You can spend time complimenting your wife. You can buy them presents. You can go out on dates with them. You can do active listening, not just listening. And active listening, guys, look into their eyes. When you're doing that, you're building a life. And when you're building a life, you're so much more content and happy. That is so much more valuable than taking the opportunity of going out with the lads and saying, I'm going to get drunk and oh, my ego's a bit low, so let's fill up this ego. That girl looks awesome. I'm going to go speak to her. How you doing, baby? And from there, one thing leads to another. You come home, the wife realizes something's been going on, and all of a sudden you start getting distance, and distance creates arguments, and arguments, you start having separation, and you're the feelings, the emotions that come with it, and all that because you decided that you wanted to fill up on your ego and just go up to a girl and say, how you doing? No. That opportunity that you're about to take or decide to take will cost you your life. So isn't it better to think and be aware, say, I'd rather just spend some time with my wife. Guys, we want to spend some time together. I'm come to spend time with you, not to talk to chicks. Same thing with ladies if they're going out. Same thing applies. The opportunity cost is, and this is with everything. It could be in parenting, if you spend time with your children or you don't spend time with your children. It's investing. If you invest wisely and invest in yourself, in your education, or you don't, and you decide to watch TV and be on these electronics. It's also leisure time. Every single time you're going to do a time for yourself. Make it the most productive. It can be anything. If you're going to hit the gym properly. If you're at the gym, do it properly. If you are out with your partner or you want to just go for a jog yourself, do it properly. This is your time. Don't just be sluggish and thinking about negative stuff. There's opportunity cost for everything. And I'm going to finish up there because it was a rant. As I sometimes go off on a rant, and I do apologize. However, if this does hit you in the heart, it's the opposite way around, by the way. I've noticed that when I was watching this, the heart's on this side, heart's on this side, but it flips everything the other way. So if it does hit you in the heart and it goes in your mind and hits you in the heart, this opportunity cost, and you start becoming aware, you can start becoming much more productive. And you can create such a better life. And without you even knowing it, just by listening to this, there's a huge change that's happened. You're not the same person. Every single time you watch something, you're not the same person from what you were 10 minutes ago. So make the decision, make wise decisions all the time. Keep adding value to people's lives. Spread the love. Think about every opportunity that you have. Think about maximizing opportunity to reduce waste costs. And be aware and create life. And just remember, we are one idea away from changing the future. Take care, guys. Bye.